If this story can really save you, if you regained just a little of your memories, and remember us just one more time, then I'll keep writing the epilogue for you until the end of the time, for eternity.
The very last paragraph to the conclusion she didn't get to write.
There are 3 ways to survive in a ruined world.
She then heard Zhong Hui Wong shouting out, "Han Su-yong!" The other companions who heard the news belatedly, comrades who didn't accompany them to the East Sea, could be seen running over here through the building's window.
I've forgotten a few by now. However, one thing's for certain.
Han Su-yong's trembling hand grasped the door's handle. She was scared. What if there was nothing beyond this door? What if all this was nothing more than a sweet lie? She looked to her side and saw Yu Jung-hyuk nodding his head.
And that is, the you reading these words will get to survive.
No matter what was waiting for them beyond this door, they were now ready to witness it. The door creaked noisily as it opened. Faint rays of sunlight entered through the wide open window. The pages of the manuscript she spent the whole night revising scattered around in the wind, letters scattered in a blinding fashion. The story she didn't get to complete, it was right there. The sentences she really wanted to write sometime, even if it was not now. While thinking about those sentences, Han Su-yong grinned like an idiot.
This story is for just that one reader.
After Melissa finished reciting, the candle at the end didn't wait for the little girl to imitate her. It immediately burgeoned to the size of a human head. In the large flame, a slippery tentacle with a somewhat sinister pattern extended out in an indiscernible manner. It was extremely slow. The little girl was stunned. She retreated and hid behind her aunt. Melissa pursed her lips and said with a gentle smile, "Don't be afraid. Go greet him." The little girl timidly poked her head out from behind her aunt and saw the terrifying, slimy tentacle gently swaying in the brilliant sunlight that shone through the windows. It seemed to be attempting to swat away the dust, or was waving at her. "Go, don't be afraid," Melissa repeated. The little girl finally mustered her courage and stood in front of the altar. She recited the incantations she had just invented before revealing a sincere smile and raised her palm. The slippery tentacle, whose patterns had disappeared, paused for a few seconds. It seemed hesitant and somewhat out of practice. Then it raised its head and curled up slightly, lowering itself inch by inch. Amidst the sunlight, it high-fived that tiny palm. Zhao Lianyun was doing the same. The Ma Hongyun that she loved had died in Fang Yuan's arms. Fang Yuan was currently in possession of Ma Hongyun's soul, so even with fate Gu destroyed, Zhao Lianyun could not revive him. She had to get back Ma Hongyun from Fang Yuan. Maybe I can use the power of Love Gu to steal his soul from Fang Yuan's immortal aperture. After all, Love Gu is a rank 9 immortal Gu. It has countless effects and is capable of doing almost anything. Zhao Lianyun thought of this and felt increasingly moved. Now is not the time. I need to wait patiently until Fang Yuan is at his weakest, when he cannot afford to distract himself. I will make a move. Qin Dingling was waiting to strike. She had the killer move Luck Gamble. It was created to counter Giant Sun Immortal Venerable. She could not do anything against Spectral Soul Demon Venerable, but she could deal with Giant Sun Immortal Venerable. She was waiting for a chance. Fang Yuan, what other methods do you still have? Hurry up and use them. After attacking for a long time with no results, Giant Sun Immortal Venerable started to get anxious. He shouted towards Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan looked down at the heavenly court below him. He saw many immortal Gu houses and also huge areas of ruins. He laughed ruthlessly as he said, "Star Constellation Immortal Venerable, I am going to kill all of Heavenly Court's Gu immortals now. Come stop me if you can." However, ghosts aren't like gods, so naturally there are even more taboos. While this Ghost King is powerful, his personality is peculiar and extreme. If he's happy, he'll help you, even if you don't pray. If he's displeased, you can give 1,000 gold, and he would still turn away. If he was very displeased, who knows if one day he'll just take your life. So, by the same logic, it's best to show your respects but stay far away. However, if people worshipped the divine statues of this one god and one ghost together, then there will be a miracle that red-robed Ghost King will expel all the misfortune enveloping the scrap immortal and let him reveal his true appearance. People will shockingly discover that, turns out, the scrap immortal's colors aren't dusty white, but shimmering gold. Legends are usually based on truth. However, this is probably a tale of a long, long time ago. Maybe it'd even need to be told starting from 800 years ago, and it would be a very, very long tale to tell. People might not have the patience to listen. But what can be certain is, in order to have both of them display their strongest powers, the two must be worshipped together. This way, one can receive double the fortune and twice the invincibility. By the heaven official's blessing, no paths are bound. But all the ether leaves Arthur's body. It still fills the room, some particles being absorbed into Regis, others clinging to Sylvie, but more is now pouring back out of the basement chamber. Meanwhile, Arthur's life spark grows brighter within his body. It shifts and moves, as if he's somehow taken control of his own life energy. But the draw has moved on. The wisp no longer feels the pull here, but from farther away. Much farther. Slowly at first, but quickly picking up speed, the wisp is carried out along with the rest of the ether, streaming back toward the towering spire. It moves up the full height of it before piercing the final barriers of the upper atmosphere, then out into the beyond. Catching reflected light, it is whisked across open space, and the pressure continues to recede. No mana, no ether, no pleading, no pressure. But there is still a draw, pulling it farther and farther away. Then the wispy collection of etheric motes pulls into itself, suddenly aware of the attention on it, like eyes. Eyes in the infinite dark. The vehicle kept driving until it reached the edge of the city. There, a village appeared with lush green pastures and a gently flowing stream. Franca got out of the car and casually waved at a girl herding geese by the river, and the young man beside her serving as a greeting. Like returning home, she naturally followed the country road into the village. In the distance, she saw a towering earthen pillar several dozen meters high. At its peak sat a figure with 3 heads and 6 arms, quietly enduring the wind and rain, basking in the sun and storms. Franca headed straight to Old Tavern and, unsurprisingly, found Lumion sitting at the bar in his white shirt and black vest. A glass of La Fée Verte sat by his hand, while Jenna, dressed in a light flowing dress, passionately sang lively songs for the farmers and their wives in the middle of the tavern. A smile spread across Franca's face as she watched Jenna perform. She strolled to the bar and sat beside Lumion. 1 glass of Kirsch. She snapped her fingers at the bartender, then turned to Lumion and asked, "Where's Aurore?" Lumion, with his blood-red hair, chuckled and said, "At home, writing travel notes." Franca let out an "oh" and happily said to Lumion, "I'm planning to stay in the western continent for a while. Soon Aurore already agreed to come along. Want to join us?" "Sure." Lumion turned slightly, smiling as he gestured toward the center of the tavern. "You can ask Jenna yourself if she wants to go." Franca followed his gaze just in time to see Jenna finishing the last few lines of her song. With a bright smile, Jenna extended an inviting hand toward both Franca and Lumion. Her cheerful singing echoed throughout the entire tavern. As long as Trier endures, mirth and glee will never falter.